Hi. So I want to talk about Objective-C literals and what exactly does that mean. So one of the things that's pretty nice about some of the other languages that I've used, especially languages like JavaScript, C#, is they have a literal syntax that you can use if you need to construct certain data types programmatically. What does that mean? So let's say, for instance, in JavaScript, if you want to construct an array, you can do square brackets and then put, a series of objects separated by commas in that, and that will create an array. And you can do similar things with dictionaries and other objects. There's a syntax like that also in languages like C#. And previously, up until about 2013, if you wanted to, let's say, kind of like construct an array or a dictionary, NSDictionary, NSArray in Objective-C, the way that you would do that was you have to actually take the NSArray or NSDictionary object and use initializers and then pass in a series of parameters. In the case of the NSDictionary, you'd actually put the value first and then the key, which is the opposite of the way that most people put together dictionaries. So let's take a quick look and see what this looks like if you use literals inside of Objective-C. Let's take a look.
So if we look at this example right here, one of the things that you'll notice that I'm using an example here of an NSArray and an NSDictionary. And one of the things that the Objective-C literals will allow us to do is instead of having to do all this boilerplate initialization to create an array or to create a dictionary, there's actually a shorthand that Apple has given us with Objective-C literals. So in this example right here, where we have an array, and you can see here I'm initting with objects, and then I'm passing the objects, and then nil at the end. Instead of doing that, what I can now do is I can say NSArray, and we'll call this array2. And instead of having to initiate a whole NSArray, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just use the @ symbol and then square brackets. And for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to copy out these values here. And you can see we have an NS number and 2 NS strings. And I'm going to do the same thing here with this array, not a rat. And I'm going to do the same thing here with the dictionary. So here I'm going to define an NSDictionary, and we'll call this DICT2. And now I can just do @ and curly braces, and then inside those curly braces I can say, in this case, I'm just going to copy out. Now, one of the things you'll notice here about the NSDictionary is that the values come first and then the keys come second. So we'll have to reverse that. So if I come over here, copy those, I just need to reverse these. Put the key first, and then use a semicolon. Semicolon. And I think we can leave that the same. Make that a semicolon as well. And we'll just format that so it looks a little bit better. All right, so then we have our dictionary. And then I'll change this down here so that it uses our second dictionary. And we'll just go ahead and we'll comment out that first one. So if I go and run that, we can see now it's pulling back the first value here off of that dictionary. So if you like this video, please subscribe, and then If you have any comments, please leave comments. I'd more than be happy to answer any comments that come through. But those are a couple of basic examples of how to do literals in Objective-C.